Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you some bucket list ideas for the summertime because I feel like after last summer with COVID kind of shutting everything down and we couldn't do a lot, we all deserve a really fun summer this year. So I put together a list of over 70 things that are going to make your summer super awesome, and I'm going to try to accomplish all of them as well. And at the end of the summer, we're going to recap and see what all I was actually able to accomplish. But that's not today's video. Today's video is all of the ideas and making the list. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So in the interest of keeping this video from being a million years long, because I have so many ideas, I'm going to run through them relatively quickly, and I'll put everything on the screen so you guys can see them and write them down if you want to also do them. And if you do decide to follow any of the bucket list suggestions that I give you, let me know in the comments down below and tag me on Instagram. My Instagram is in the description down below if you would like to follow me, and you can tag me if you're doing any of the things in your pictures or anything you post on Instagram. So, first on the list is go to a drive-in movie. This is something that I have wanted to do forever but have never really done because there's not one super close to me. However, there is one close to where my boyfriend lives, so that is definitely something that I would like to do this summer. Next one is something I think everybody's trying to do this summer, and that is get a tan. I'm working on it already. If you can see, I've got a little bit of a tan line going there, but we're actually about to go to the beach, so I should get extra tan there. Next is to take a road trip, or literally you can road trip to anywhere you want. We are going to Florida, so we're going to be driving to Florida, so I'm going to count that as my road trip because it definitely is one. Next is to drive a boat. It can be any kind of boat. We have a houseboat and a runabout, which is like a ski boat, so I'll probably end up driving that boat because I'm a little scared to drive the houseboat. Don't really think that is something I can do, but yeah. Next is to play volleyball. I played volleyball in high school and middle school and absolutely loved it, and I don't get to play very often, but I do have all of my stuff still. I'm going to take one of the balls to the beach, so hopefully we will play with it while we are there. Next is to make milkshakes or any other kind of cold drink dessert that you like. I personally really like making either orange sherbet or chocolate milkshakes. They're just my favorite thing ever. Next is to make a summer music playlist, like the ultimate summer playlist of all your favorite songs. I'm going to be working on mine in the car so we can play some of them while we're at the beach. Next is to have a water detox, which I think is great for anyone, especially if you struggle with your skin. It's very helpful to literally just drink a ton of water for the day and like eat very minimally. It's basically going to flush your whole system and make your skin clear, so I'm going to be doing that. Next is to go to a farmer's market and or an auction, anything like that. I think that they are really fun, and I've always wanted to go to one, and I haven't ever been, so that's on my list. I also want to have a movie night where, like, say me and my boyfriend, we both pick a movie, watch both of the movies, that kind of thing, or it could be something you do with your family, whatever you want to do. Making bracelets is next on the list. This could be a friendship bracelet, it could just be a bracelet that you wanted to make for yourself, whatever you want, but I think that making bracelets is super fun and we should definitely do that this summer. Building a blanket fort is something that I see all the time on Pinterest and stuff, and I'm just like, that looks so fun, like I really want to do that, and I never have, so that's on my list as well. Horseback riding is also something that I really enjoy doing, and we don't do very often, so I would like to do it again. We did it last summer and I'm looking forward to doing it this year. Next is to write a letter to your future self. I feel like this would be very beneficial for anyone who has like a life-changing event coming in the next couple of years. For example, graduating high school, graduating college, getting married, anything like that. Something that you can feel accomplished by. You should write yourself a letter and open it on that day in the future. Next is to bake something. I have either cupcakes or a cake because that's typically what I like to make. You could also do cookies, brownies, whatever floats your boat. Just bake something because it's really fun. Next is to camp out in a tent. This could literally be in your backyard, but I feel like that is such a summer staple, especially for people in the South. We go camping quite a bit, and I grew up going camping, but we always had a camper. So I've never actually camped in a tent as far as I'm aware. Mom, you can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I haven't, and it's something that I feel like I want to experience, so it's on my list. Next is to make homemade lemonade and obviously drink it. I've never done this before. I've always bought just, you know, lemonade from the store, so I feel like this could be fun. Could be an absolute fail, but it could be fun. Next is to have a self-care day. So this could be anything from getting a massage, getting your toes done, or doing something that you really enjoy doing. Just stuff that you like all day. Just zero stress and all enjoyment for that whole day. Next is to go on a bike ride. I think that this is really fun to do, especially if you have a nice location to go do this at. Like, say you're at the beach and you want to ride a bike, you get the nice view, or you're in your neighborhood and it's nice outside that day. Whatever it is, get outside. If you have a bike, ride it. It's fun. Next is to have a bonfire or go to a bonfire. So I think that these are a summer staple. I grew up going to them, especially through high school. We would have them and have parties at them, and it was super fun. So I want to bring it back with some nostalgia and go to a bonfire or have one. Next is to go on a hike. This can be anywhere you like. It doesn't have to be super long if you're not an experienced hiker. Just get outside, go hike in a nature trail. There are tons of them all over the place, especially if you live in Kentucky like me. So get outside, go on a hike. It's really fun. The next thing is to pull an all-nighter. I feel like this would be really something that I haven't done in a long time. I think I've only done this twice ever, and they were at like sleepovers when I was young, and now I'm kind of old, so we'll see if it is able to happen or if I fall asleep. But yeah. The next thing is actually kind of a TikTok trend that I've seen, and that's to do the meal challenge where you go to the different restaurants, and I've always wanted to do that, so I think it would be fun to do, and it's on my list. Next is to dance in the rain. I see this in movies all the time, and I think it is so fun. Like, it just looks like so romantic and cute, and I want to do it, so that's on my list too. Next is to go on a picnic date, or just like a friend picnic date, whatever you want to do. Even go with your family. I think that they're so cute, and it's really trendy right now to go on a picnic, so yeah. Next on the list is a little bit more creative, and that's to make a giant slip and slide and play with it like during the day. I feel like this would be super fun. I know I personally grew up playing with, like, you know, kids slip and slides during the summer, but they don't really make adult ones, so I want to figure out a way to make one for myself. Next is kind of interchangeable, but I want to accomplish both, and that's to watch a sunrise and watch a sunset. If you only want to do one, say you're a morning person and you don't want to watch the sunset, or say you're not a morning person and you don't want to watch the sunrise, totally cool, but I would like to accomplish both of them. I think they're so pretty, and I just want to see them. Next on the list is to tie-dye something. It could be a shirt, socks, a scrunchie, whatever you want. Just tie-dye something. I think it turns out really cool, and it's kind of fun to do, especially if you do them with friends or significant others or family. Get everyone involved, make cute shirts. It's a really good time. Next is to make s'mores. This could also go with that bonfire part. You can make s'mores at the bonfire, or you could do it with a smaller fire, or even microwave s'mores. You can make s'mores in a microwave if you don't have access to any kind of fire pit. Yeah, they just taste really good, and I haven't had one in a while, so it's on the list. Okay, next is to use a hammock. So I actually have a portable hammock that I can take with me, and it like ties up to 2 trees, and I want to use it again this summer. I used it last year and it was really fun, and it gives you like a nice place to relax. So yeah, and they're not very expensive. You can get them on Amazon, I believe, for like $30, $40. Next is to ride a jet ski. We got a jet ski late last summer, and if you haven't seen it in my most recent video where we were at the lake, I actually was riding it there, but I want to do it again. But that will probably be happening a lot this summer. So that's on my list. Next is to have a sunset / golden hour photo shoot. I feel like everyone's pictures turn out really, really well during that hour, like 6 to 7, 7 to 8 p.m. depending on the season. And I really want to like join the bandwagon and get pictures during that hour. Next is to go stargazing, like look at the stars, lay on the ground, you know, the whole shebang. I think it's so pretty, especially if you can get somewhere that the stars are really clear in the sky, like more towards the countryside. They just look really pretty, and you can even look for constellations, so that's really fun. Next is to go fruit picking. You could go apple picking, strawberry picking, whatever floats your boat. But I think that is really fun, and also a good place to take pictures because they turn out really pretty with all of the colors. So yeah. Next is to do chalk art on a sidewalk or driveway. If you were like me, you grew up doing this when you were younger, and it's probably been a while. So we want to bring back the nostalgia and do some chalk art on a driveway. Next is to have a water balloon fight. These were so fun growing up, and we used to do them at my cousin's birthday party all the time because her birthday was in June, and we would have a water balloon fight with all of our friends, and I want to do one. Next is to have a family game night or a friend game night, whatever floats your boat. It could be board games, card games, whatever you want, even Wii games or Xbox games if that's the kind of games that you like. But I think it's a great way to get your friends or family together and have some fun. Next is to have a staycation, which I know sounds kind of counterproductive with the whole we just got out of COVID thing, but I think that having a couple of days where you stay at your house and do the things that you enjoy at your house is a great way to relax and have a good time. Next is to go late night swimming, which is going to be super fun when we're at the beach, but you could do this in a pool, at a lake, in the ocean, whatever you want to do. Next is to have a Harry Potter marathon or any other movie series that you really enjoy. I personally love Harry Potter, and I also really like the Hunger Games, so those are the two that I will probably be marathoning this summer. Next is I want to read 15 books this summer. I have recently gotten back into reading and I'm really enjoying it. I've already read 2 books since I got out of school, and before that I had read, I think, 5 in May. So really excited to read some books. I've gone book shopping pretty recently when I went shopping for my room as well, and if you want to see that video, I will link it above. But yeah, I want to read a lot of books this summer. Next is to go mini golfing or putt-putting, depending on where you live. You probably call it different things. And I just think this is really fun and kind of a good way to get a little bit competitive with keeping it friendly. It's also a great date idea if you want to do that with your significant other. Next is to watch fireworks. I personally will be doing this on 4th of July over the lake because they have a really big fireworks display at the lake that we go to, and I'm really pumped to watch it this year. Next is to catch fireflies or lightning bugs. Again, this was something I did as a child, and I really enjoyed it. We had little bug nets and little cages, and we would catch them and let them go at the end of the night, and it was just really fun. So bringing back some nostalgia. Next is to make and bury a time capsule from today's age, and probably bury it somewhere that you could get to in about 20 to 30 years and let your kids unwrap it and see what things were like when you were a kid. I think this would be something kind of cool to have as sort of a legacy for your kids to get to do something to see what life was like in 2021. Next is to take a trip to the zoo. I personally live close to the Louisville Zoo, so that's where I will be going. If it's a little bit further away from you, you could always switch this out for something else, but I think it is super fun to go to the zoo. They usually have really cool animals and also like other things that you can do, as well as like cool snacks and stuff like that, so it's a good time. Next is to go tubing on the lake, and this is something that we do every single year, and it's one of my favorite parts about the lake. It's always crazy. My dad really likes to drive crazy and do donuts on the lake, so bring it on, Dad. Next is to go thrift shopping or yard selling. These are things that I really enjoy doing, plus you get clothes and things for really cheap, so it's always a good time getting a good deal. Next is to paint something. It can be a canvas, can be something you buy, like one of those little like terracotta pots. It could be literally anything you want. Just get creative and paint something and put it in your room. Next is to do a DIY project. This kind of goes hand in hand with the painting thing. If you have something that you want to paint and make a DIY out of that, you can. You could literally do anything you want. Just do something that is creative and makes your mind, you know, explore. Next is to binge a TV series. This could be any show that you want. I personally am probably going to be rewatching The Vampire Diaries for like the millionth time, but I love that show and I haven't watched it in a little bit, so I'm probably going to be rewatching it this summer. Next is to go bowling. This is something a little bit like vintage type. It's something my parents would have done when they were younger, and I think it's really fun, and it usually has those cool lights in it, so it's kind of a good vibes. And yeah, I want to go bowling this summer. Next is to go to your favorite coffee shop or literally any kind of restaurant that you like. Just go to your favorite place and have a little, you know, chill session there with your friends. If you have work to do, take your laptop, go to Starbucks, whatever coffee shop you want. I think that would be super fun. Next is to do back art, which is basically like painting on someone else's back. And I've already talked to my boyfriend and he said that I can do this to him, so we're going to. I just think it seems really fun, and yeah, time to get creative this summer. Next is to get a pedicure. I really enjoy getting pedicures. I did one with my mom for Mother's Day, and I'm gonna need one again this summer, so it's on my list. Next is to get soft serve ice cream. I love soft serve ice cream. It tastes so good, especially strawberry soft serve ice cream. So that is on my list. It can't be summer without soft serve ice cream. Next is to get a job and earn some money. I already have a job and I really want to earn some money and save some money up, so this is on my list so that it keeps me motivated to keep going to work and doing good. Next is to bake cookies and bake them like late night cookies, like late night baking. So that's on my list. I personally really like M&M chocolate chip cookies, peanut butter chocolate chip, and just regular chocolate chip cookies, so we'll be having some of those this summer. Next is to go roller skating. Again, something a little bit vintagey, kind of 90s, and I think it would be super fun. I used to go as a kid and I really want to go again. Next is to have a little shopping spree. You can go to the mall, go online, whichever way you like, but I think it's always a good thing to, you know, treat yourself every once in a while. Next is to go fishing. This is something that Jake wants me to do with him really bad, so I put it on the list so that I will do it and hopefully we'll catch a fish. Next is to go back to school shopping. This is going to be one of my last years in school. I have 3 semesters left, so I will only have this year and then the next fall to go to school, so I'm going to embrace the back to school shopping and enjoy it while it lasts. Next is to go ziplining. This is something that I have done a couple of times and I've always enjoyed it. The view is so cool, so if you can get to a place that you can go ziplining, definitely do it. It's totally worth it. That is all that is on my bucket list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to post this on my Instagram story if you want to screenshot it so you don't have to worry about writing them down, but I want to say thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button and subscribe. And with that being said, I will see you all next time. Bye guys.